And I think that company sold the care home to me extremely well. And they sold Northern Ireland to me very, very well. The owner of the agency even made me speak to nurses who had come through the agency, who are here, some who had already bought houses as at 2018, to tell me that when you come and work for this company, it's easy for you to pass your OSCE. Because when we moved from Africa or Asia, the Caribbean, when we come here as nurses, there's another exam that we have to do, a practical exam. And that care home company, they had like the highest pass rates at the time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Immigrant Voices and Victories, Season 3. I'm so excited about this season because it's fully packed. And yeah, we've got a wonderful guest here. I'm sure you know her already, the popular Nanelle, the big YouTubers, some of us, the small people are looking up to, And thank you so much, Nanelle, for coming on board on Immigrant Voices and Victories, where we share the personal journeys of individuals, who have either made UK their first home or anywhere around the world at all. This platform is just to inspire as many immigrants as possible. So we're on season 3 now. It's been so wonderful. I myself, I get inspired just by watching all of these videos. So thank you so much, Nanelle, for doing this. So grateful. Thank you.
Pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to kickstart. If you're new here, please subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss any of our Immigrant Voices and Victories series, because it's always, always inspiring. And today we're going to get inspired by our wonderful Nanelle. So let's kickstart. Can you tell us about yourself? Just introduce yourself and let's get it cracking.
So my name is Nanelle Griselda. I'm currently working in the UK as a nurse, but I was trained in Ghana. I'm a Ghanaian. I was born in Ghana, raised in Ghana, trained as a nurse in Ghana. I moved to the UK sometime around 2018. I became a nurse here in the UK and I've been practicing since. And along the line, I got married and I have a 3-year-old. So yeah, that's me. And I do share content on YouTube as well and on other social media platforms about migration and nursing abroad and all of that. So basically, that's me. Yeah.
Wow. So nursing all the way from Ghana. What really inspired you to get into nursing?
So, well, my own is really long. So initially I wanted to be a lawyer. Then later I wanted to be a journalist. And I was just given science. So in Ghana, my year group, the teachers would give you the course you should do based on your strength. So let's say the top students will be given science automatically and then followed by, so when I was in senior high school in Roses, my year group, I was given science by force. So I even wanted to swap. And then my mom says, oh no, God knows why. I'm sure you can do it. Just go ahead. So obviously I did it because, I was given. So I did it. And then I decided to apply for medicine in the university. So medicine was my first choice. And then nursing. I didn't get medicine, unfortunately. I got nursing. And that has been the case. Yeah.
I guess you're one of those wounded doctors, people that wanted to study medicine.
No, now I am so happy I'm a nurse. I'm enjoying it so much. It's fine. Yeah.
I think every science student in Africa wanted to study medicine. Of
course, like you are told that that's the highest. I'm sure everybody in my science class back in senior high school, I'm sure everybody had that as their first choice because that's what you are brought up to see as the top of the top. So
yeah.
Along the line, you realize you have love for this, and then that's it.
So what were those first challenges you faced when you moved to the UK as an immigrant?
So first of all, I would say is a language. I did excellent. My IELTS, by the way, but you come here and you're still struggling to hear what people are saying. Sometimes as a nurse, obviously, family members of your patients will come around and then they will talk for like 3 minutes and you didn't even hear one word, but you kept saying, okay, thank you. Or you have to pass on information to a patient's doctor, and then you are so scared because you know very well that you're not going to hear half of the sentence. So the accent was a challenge, getting to know people. And then when that happens as well, it makes you not have confidence to, do a lot of things or to, to work as a nurse with the confidence that she had back home. So I'll say those were the main challenges. And then also obviously facing discrimination and then racism because of the color of your skin or because of where you are from. I'll say those were the main challenges. And then for me as well, I didn't have any family member here. So, not having family around, those were the challenges initially when I came. Yeah.
Wow. So how did you overcome them and, adapt? You've been here years now.
Yeah, so the word is adapt. You adapt. With time, it always gets better with time. Obviously, with the accent, the more you live with them, the longer you live with them, you'll be able to understand them better. I think it happens everywhere that you go. You'll be able to understand people. You'll be able to even start speaking like them unconsciously. So with the accent, it got easier by living with them and speaking with them and then knowing how certain things are pronounced or how they pronounce certain words. Even till date, I'm still learning. With the community, obviously now I am married, so I have my family with me now, my own nuclear family with me now, so that is okay. And then let's say with the racial stuff and then discrimination, now you learn how to defend yourself in cases like that. You learn how to just ignore some of the things and then just live on. You conscientize yourself that this is not your home, so you can't have it all. There are some people who are not happy to see you here. And then, you sort of like think like even back home, that tribal issues where this tribe is not so, you comfort yourself with some of those things that it's okay. They don't like me. I'm only here. I'm living my life. I'm in my lane. I'm doing the right thing. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm doing the right thing. So at the end of the day, the problem is with the person. And then you know that because people do not like you and they would like to see you fall, you're a bit more careful when you're doing something. Yeah. So, and then the rest you ignore, leave the rest to God. And if you do have to report because it's extreme, you learn how to do it the right way. You learn the words to use in terms of when you're reporting such issues so that, the agencies or the law enforcement agencies will take it serious. So yeah, basically that's that.
Have you personally ever faced any form of discrimination?
Hey, all the time. I can't even count. All the time. Yeah, I have faced all the time.
How have you dealt with it? Have they been extreme ones or just,
Yeah, so sometimes you're not really sure if you should consider it as racism or it's just the person is just a bad person. All the time is so clear, like it's not that serious. I just ignore and just live my life. It's not worth it. And then there are some that, will make you cry and all of that. But basically, the longer you stay, the tougher you become, to stay with some of these things. And then, yeah.
That's so great. So you recently moved, jobs from care home to NHS and all that. So what was your motivation behind this?
So for those who don't know what the care home is, they are very different. Like a care home is extremely different from a hospital or the NHS. So a care home, you're literally caring for people in like a home setting. So there's not much you do. In the care home, there are no doctors. In the care home, there are no physiotherapists or occupational therapists. They only come in when you refer or ask them to come. So the care home is literally being managed or managed by nurses really. So the nurse is like the most skillful person in terms of health over there, right? So there is a limit to what you can do. In my care home, you don't give any IV medication, you can't give blood in the care home. There are so many things you cannot do. Complex things are not there. So the only medication we give is oral. And then let's say topical where you have to apply a cream. And in rare occasions, let's say subcuts. And then sometimes some vaccines as well. But anytime there's a complex issue, you have to call the ambulance and send a person to the hospital. So I know I look way older than my age. I don't want to say my age, but I'm quite young. So only practiced in Ghana as a nurse for like a year. Came to the UK almost immediately after my university. All the nursing experience I had was in the nursing home, in the care home. So I felt like I was losing my skills because even as a student nurse, the things that I was doing was more than what I'm doing in the care home. So I felt like if I stay in this environment, I'm going to forget a lot of things that I have learned. The care home is more relaxed, is calm. There are people who like it, yeah. But for my age, and the things that I want to do as a nurse, I remember back when I was in Ghana as well, where I had just finished my school. I spent about 6 weeks in the emergency department, and those times were my favorites. Today there's a snake bite, tomorrow there's malaria, another day there's a car accident. You don't know what to expect. And in managing those different situations, you gain knowledge in managing all of them. And that's the kind of nurse that I've always wanted to be, that I have knowledge on things. I know how to manage a stroke. I know how to manage somebody who has fallen from a 10th floor. If I should come across that, I know how to manage a cardiac arrest. I want to be that. And I was not getting that in the nursing home. So I decided to go to the NHS. And by God's grace, I passed the interview. I got the job and I'm in the ED now. And I'm getting exactly what I was looking for. So that is the main motivation, just to learn and develop more skills. Yeah. And that will make you sort of like a hot cake, To me, that's good on my CV, So yeah, basically that.
When you started at the care home, was that based on the job offer you had as at that time, or was it just out of interest of, okay, this is the opportunity that I have? So what was it? Because there might be people listening to us now that maybe they're professional nurses and, starting from the care home is the options they have. So what would you advise, or what was your own experience?
So for me, I did get 2 offers. I did get Basildon Hospital in Basildon, England, right? And I got the nursing home as well. But these are 2 different companies, right? And at the time, the UK was extremely short of nurses and they were all so desperate, right? So, and at the time too, I was jobless in Ghana. I had finished my 1-year national service after school and I was not getting a job, right? But the care home agency, the agency that was bringing me to the care home, they were quite fast, okay? They were extremely fast with the remaining parts of the process. And at that time, you're desperate. You want to get a job. You want to start earning pounds because they've shown you that when you come, they will give you £16 an hour and you're so excited. And I think that company sold the care home to me extremely well. And they sold Northern Ireland to me very, very well. The owner of the agency even made me speak to nurses who had come through the agency, who are here, some who had already bought houses as of 2018, to tell me that when you come and work for this company, it's easy for you to pass your OSCE. Because when we move from Africa or Asia, the Caribbean, when we come here as nurses, there's another exam that we have to do, a practical exam. And that care home company, they had like the highest pass rates at the time. It's a big company. They had the highest pass rates at the time. And other people were failing. And then when you come as well, you only have 3 chances to pass that exam. So they sold it to me so well. They were very fast and all of that. So I decided to the care home and I left the hospital. And in a way, I'm glad I did because one, at the time, the care home was paying me in 2018, £16 an hour, right? Time, all those things were not so clear, right? So it looked like the care home was just the best because one, I'm making a lot of money even from the start. And when I came, it was so obvious. I came in November. By the first week of January, I had gotten my license, right?
Wow.
Yes, that's how fast they were. And those who came with the NHS at the time, some of them 4 months and they have not even started the preparation for the main exam. With government, everything is slow, bureaucracies and all of that. Yes. I remember when we come, we only have 8 months to get the license or you go back to your home country to start the process. So imagine if you came with my care home at the time. I came in November, like late November. By 1st January, they had trained us enough to sit for the exam and pass. And I had my license first week of January. And my friends went to the NHS 4 months into it, and they are now starting their OSCE classes. They are now looking for booking. If you came with my company and you failed the first one, you still have a long, maybe 6 months left. Imagine if the NHS is booking you in your 5th month. If you fail, you only have like some few weeks left to go back. So it was the best decision I made at the time. My only regret is I should have left earlier. Maybe after my 3 years initial contract, I should have left to the hospital. Yes, that's my only regret. It gave me a lot of good money from the start. I was making so much money that even now when I show it to my in charges in the hospital, they've never seen it. And I'll say, look at the thing. This was my 2019 payslip. And this is 2024, and they've never even received that amount of money before in a month. So I think that it was really helpful. It made me save a lot when I came. So for me, it was good. But my only regret is I should have left maybe after 3 years or something. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Awesome. So I guess it's all about the opportunities you get and the offer that you have as at that time. Well, let's talk about YouTube. So how have you evolved over time, and what brought you to YouTube really? What inspired you?
My year group, I was the first person in my class in my nursing school to come to the UK. And obviously when that happens, people look up to you for you to guide them in the process and all of that. Everybody's calling you, people from church are calling you. And my uncle, nieces, where is a nurse, how do they come? I decided to just do a YouTube because honestly, when it comes to talking, journalism, writing, it has always been my passion. That's why I wanted to be a journalist earlier before the teachers forced me to do science.
It's not too late.
And then, even when I was in senior high school, I was the editor-in-chief for our school's magazine, St. Rose's, yeah. And before that, even for the seniors, I was their junior editor. So when it comes to writing stories, content creation, and all of that, it has always been in me. So, right. So it was an opportunity to do what I love, even though I'm a nurse, right? You know,
Yeah.
so that's how it started. And at that time, so I had a lot of time on my hands. I was not married. I did not have a child. So after work, you know, I wanted to do something. And obviously, I also knew that YouTube could pay. So it would be another way to make money, extra money. So basically that. Yeah, all of those things. Yeah.
Wow, that's good. And over the years, you've impacted so many. Thanks to you, I know, you know, so many testimonies from your channel of, you know, how people have come to the UK and all of that. And so many years gone now, you have gotten your ILR. This is like a very, very, very big thing. So what was the process like for you? Was it the 5 years? What was your route?
My route was the 5 years. So I came in 2018 and I was eligible after 5 years, which is 2023. So I only got it last year.
Wow. So what impact has this had on your family as per dependent? I know you have a son, so he automatically becomes British.
Yeah. So that's the only good thing that has come out of it. That's my son. But aside that, I've not done anything. Even benefits, I've not claimed. From last year, I've not claimed. I'm always busy. I've not sat down to apply. I've not done nothing, my dear.
Maybe you should leave your job and start collecting benefits.
I think I will have to do that. So it's just the fact that my son has a passport now and I am eligible to get it soon. Yeah, so I think those are the only things. But sometimes I even have to remind myself that I have it. I've lived so long without it that I don't even realize I have it until, I'm thinking about something, You know, before you get it, you say that I'm going to do a lot of agency shit. I'm going to do this, but my circumstances as a wife and as a YouTuber and as a mother is just not allowing me to even enjoy the things that I said that I will do when I get my ILR. So
Well,
nothing has changed much, no.
So I guess you want to wait when you get the passports.
That is when
that one is another level.
That is when I see a difference. Yeah.
Well, so how have you been balancing all of this? Being a wife, being a YouTuber, being a professional? Tell us, what's your secret?
There's no secret. One part will suffer. Like today when I went to church, all the children in the church who are like my friends, they were all angry with me. Auntie, we haven't seen you in church for months. Auntie, this. One aspect of life will suffer. Honestly, I am not a superhuman. I cannot do all at a time. Like now I have to do laundry. I'm here. You see, YouTube. So it's difficult to balance. Honestly, you have to get somebody to support you. That's the only way. Other than that, if you have a full-time job as a nurse, tomorrow I start work at 7:30. My house is quite far, so I have to leave the house at 6:30 to work. I'll come back after 9 p.m. Same with Tuesday as well. So my husband, because of that, cannot work tomorrow, cannot work the day after tomorrow, and has to be the one to take the child to the nursery, go back, bath him, feed himself as well. He's helping me now respond to my emails as well so that I don't lose any important information. So he's the one who told me, I've already told the doctor that you are available at 9 p.m., so I had to wait. So he's helping me with my emails. He's helping me with other things that I can't. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, he can set up my camera and everything for me so that immediately I just come and sit. He's taking care of the child as I am here. So it's just not... I don't think mine is balanced anyway, but I'm trying, and I think his help and my determination as well. And I think that sometimes too, when you put some systems in place, makes you disciplined. For instance, obviously I do have contracts with some companies. There's no way I've signed a contract to make 3 videos for them and the whole month I will not do a video, because you signed a contract, you have to. So you definitely have to come up with an idea and do a video. That's what companies put you on your toes. Another thing is I have an editor that I pay every month, and he's taking the money whether you did the video or not. So obviously that would also force me to do a video because I don't want to feel cheated. Okay. The thing is that obviously now, like I always say, if I'm to depend on my nursing income alone, I'll go broke. You people have to do a GoFundMe for me. I am only surviving because of my money that I make from YouTube. So it's like my full-time job is YouTube. The nursing is even part-time. So if I don't do it, I will not eat. So I have to do it, So yeah,
Wow.
those are the things that keep me going. Yeah. But I'm sure
Wow.
that if that was a situation and maybe I'm earning maybe $60 a month, maybe I would have given up. But thank God I started early. And now that I'm busy with a child and a husband and other things, now I am seeing the fruits of my labor. So it's a good enough encouragement, Yeah.
I guess at this time we need to give a wonderful kudos to our wonderful dependents, our husbands, our support and everything. Especially when you're abroad, I think you need that support, to be honest. We do, especially from where we're coming from, African women, we always have this mentality of, you do everything. But when you come abroad, you learn.
Mhm. So
You learn.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
I'm saying, so the men who are planning to come here, they should put that in their head that over here is different. The African men.
So if you're watching this video,
men.
we help each other in the abroad. We support each other. The man still remains the head of the home, but the love is a different dimension.
Exactly.
Well, that's good. So what are you most proud of in your journey as an immigrant?
Oh, the fact that through me, like lots of people have had testimonies. I mean, I remember this popular route that came some years ago, Care Visa. I think I was one of the first, if not the first YouTuber to make a video about it. It was after that a lot of people got to know about it. And then people started, and that journey alone has brought thousands of people to the UK. Somebody may not have even watched my video, but got to know the information through somebody who watched the video. And that has changed a lot of lives. I mean, there are people here who were struggling back home, but use that opportunity to come here now. They're supporting their families. Those things make me happy. The recent live that I did, a lady said because of my video she watched, I don't know her from anywhere. She said she wants to take me out. That because of that video, she's been able to bring all her sisters to Care Visa. Initially, what she said when she even saw me, because she had been in the UK for so many years, even longer than I have been. So listening to me was like, who are you to come and say this? But through the videos that we have made and information that we have shared, it has been a blessing to many lives. And that makes me feel so happy. And they are so excited to see me, my granddoctors. And I'm like, recently one of my doctor friends in England says that they went for training and the person who was doing the presentation, the doctor or the teacher or the trainer, whoever, they had projected everything from her laptop to the screen. And the teacher was showing them a video on YouTube, right? And as the teacher was trying to, select the video, you could see that the teacher just finished watching my video. You see? It's like, yes. So the teacher had to pause, like, you take my video out to choose the one that she wanted the class to watch. And she's like, hey, that's my friend Nanelle. Hey, this senior doctor watches her. Oh, wow. And that makes me feel so good when I hear comments like that. So I think those are the things that I am proud of. Through this YouTube, I have been on BBC. I've met a lot of big people, or I've received calls or emails from big people. Yeah.
Any regrets about your immigrant journey? Are there things that you wish you knew, things you wish you did better in your immigrant journey?
I think everything is okay. The only thing is I wish I had left there earlier.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier.
Because of the content that I do, I'm always trying to research and do stuff. And I would always want to be an example too. So if I come and say that this investment is good, it can make you a millionaire by the time you are 50 years old, best believe I have already done it. Me and my husband have already done it, and we are coming to share with you. Like when I teach people to pay taxes on their side hustles, and then in my mind, I'm like, what if 10 years time, breaking news, YouTuber arrested for not paying tax? That scares me. That, hey, they'll say that you, this girl that you were saying. So before I do that, me, I'm already paying my tax on mine. It puts me right, okay? And because of that, it has made me do a lot of things I advise people to do. So in that sense, I don't have a lot of regrets. When I came, I was very lucky because the care home that I went to had a lot of blacks, people who had been here longer than me. So they gave me loads of advice that has helped me. Got my UK driving license in a few months. I got my car in a few months. I started doing agency in a few months. I started investing as soon as I heard about it. Like I did everything I was supposed to do. aside they're not leaving the care home early. Yeah, that's the only thing.
This interview has been going so well, and it's so exciting to hear, your immigrant journey, like a summary of everything your YouTube is all about. What advice do you have for healthcare professionals who want to migrate to the UK, especially nurses, I think, who are very close to your heart, I must say?
Yeah, I feel like watch my videos. I mean, there's everything there that you need to know. That's the one advice. The thing is that sometimes there's some things that I even do videos about that I forget about. So you meet me in town and then you ask me that you mentioned that if you want to do this, you go on this website, and I don't remember. I chewed it before the video and I came to say it. I researched and it was my head, and now I don't even remember, honestly. And I make sure I have done my research well for my videos. So I feel like if you want any content, anything at all, like go on my channel. There's a library of information. Just mention Nanelle and then the topic. If it's about immigration health surcharge, Nanelle immigration health surcharge, and then all my videos about immigration health surcharge will pop up. The doctors I meet at my workplace who know me, they are not nurses, but apparently they've been benefiting from some of my videos. So I feel like that is one advice that is really good. People struggle so much to get information, and then they make certain errors, and then you wonder, they come to you after they make those errors, and you're like, but I made a video about this saying this. How come? So basically, yeah, that's that. And then I'll say that, obviously, aside my videos, join communities, let's say Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, and all of that, where there are other migrants, okay? Best believe whatever you've been through, whatever challenge you're going through, somebody has also been there and is the best person to advise and can guide you through what you're going through at the moment, okay? And then there's everything is on the internet. All you need is time to read. Everything about immigration, anything about nursing is on the internet. Just have time to read so that nobody scams you.
What are the policies that you think that immigrants should be aware of at this time with the way, policies are changing? What are your top 3 immigrant policies that you think people need to, really take on board to succeed in this UK economy?
First of all, do not pay for a job in the UK. You, the person bribing, both the recipients are all guilty. It is written there that you are not supposed to pay for your COS as much. Do not look for a genuine job where you do not have to pay. Like I always say, some people come here. There's somebody I met who is now homeless. She paid over £10,000 to come here. When she came, the care home exists, but there's no hours for her. And now she's begging people to go and stay with them and even help take care of their families. £10,000 is a lot of money. You can even use that as a deposit to buy a house in the UK. You understand? So look at how much, and then now you are stressing yourself. And now that the care home is not giving you hours and you're doing this, how will you extend your visa after 3 years? Are you going to fake that one? See, one lie leads to another. Avoid all those illegal things and just do things the right way. That's all I'll say. Just make sure you're doing things the right way. Some people have come, their sponsor's license has been cancelled. Whatever grace period that you are given, if you do not get, don't be an overstay. Go back and reapply. Let them see on paper that you're a genuine person. You don't have any negative intentions or whatever to be an illegal immigrant. Do things the right way. There's a lady whose visa was denied because she didn't know, but her sponsor's license had been revoked or something, right? And then later she had another one and something. She was so worried. But see, usually with visa applications, there's always a bottom part where you are told to give any explanation or whatever. Write anything. I think, is it 500 words? I don't know how many words they give you. You can put anything there, right? Explain anything that you can, and you can be fortunate. Just, they are human beings that are deciding as well. So just do your explanation. A lady paid somebody to give her fake bank statement to get a visit visa from Ghana to come here. She was banned for 10 years. Yes, you don't have it yet. It's okay. Either you get an uncle to write a letter to say that they are sponsoring you and read online. It doesn't have to be your own money. You can get somebody to vouch for you. You don't have to fake and do illegal things to affect you in the future. Now, if ever you are applying for any visa to Australia, New Zealand, US, and they ask you, have you ever been banned? You have to answer yes. And already that looks bad on your record. Like, live a genuine life. It's stress-free, honestly. It's stress-free. You don't have to come to the UK tomorrow. If it's 2 months' time and it's genuine, it's better. So, yeah.
Love that. Live life with genuineness, don't do illegal things. Don't get yourself banned. What a way.
Gosh. I
Sorry?
said the stress with those things is just too much and overwhelming.
Yes.
Overwhelming. I know
Yes, yes.
people who are in safe houses, my own family members who are in safe houses. Yes, because obviously the employer was caught that they took money from them and all of that, and now you don't have money, you're in the UK, you can't. Genuine.
Be genuine, do genuine things, no illegal things. And yeah, who else will be giving us, this immigration advice, if not the Nanelle
Yeah, I'm
herself,
not an immigration advisor. Let's just say,
Of course, disclaimer, she's not an immigration advisor, but she's sharing this based on her personal experience. And that's why Immigrant Voices and Victories is here. It's all about getting those experiences out there, to inspire one another. The more we can share each other's testimonies, the more we can inspire one another and encourage one another. What an interview. It's been wonderful, Nanelle,
thank you so
having
much.
you here on board season
Thank you.
3, Immigrant Voices and Victories. So, what are your final words to
Yeah,
immigrants in the UK? You
those are
said the
my
final
final
word.
words.
Your
Yes.
final.
It's God bless everybody. They should follow your channel and they should follow mine as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah?
Bye.
Awesome. Yeah. So follow, but honestly, about genuineness, no illegal things. We can't overemphasize this. I've heard of people as well, by the grace of God, this YouTube, it connects us with a lot of people. And, you get emails, you get messages from people, and there are loads of people out there struggling. So if you're at home, wherever home is for you, as a minority in the UK, whether you're a Ghanaian, you're a Nigerian, Zimbabwean, wherever, Asian, wherever at all home is for you, don't come to the UK illegally. The UK has data, it's a data driven system. It's not like back home where, you can do things and it can be forgotten. In the UK, you will get caught. No matter how long you hide, you will get caught. Wow, it's been a wonderful interview. Thank you so much, Nana, for showing up on Immigrant Voices and Victories. So please, I know you follow Nanelle already, but if this is your first time of hearing about her, go and find her. She's everywhere on YouTube, like she said. Yeah, she's got a lot of, videos. Some of us get inspiration from her videos as well. We're just all out here, to support one another. So go find her on YouTube. She's on TikTok. She's on Facebook. She's on all social media platforms and possibly LinkedIn as well, because we do share our stories on LinkedIn. Connect with her professionally and connect with me as well on Immigrant Voices and Victories. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel and share our stories with one person. All we always ask for is just another person to hear these stories. You might just be saving somebody's life, someone that is about to engage in some illegal things by sharing this video. So thank you so much for coming on board Immigrant Voices and Victories. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thank
Okay.
you, Nanelle. We're so grateful. God bless you. No limits. Thank you.
Bye.